thought you were just about to say from a neo-Nazi, and I was like, don't. The sheriff department will put up, like, the days or the week's mugshots. Bet you're going through that and there's a fucking picture. Why are you so mad about vegetables?
Well, let me tell you, they just sit in a wheelchair all day doing nothing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Functional Idiots podcast. I'm Dylan. I'm here with Colton.
Hope everybody had a great 2 weeks. That, since that was been that long since we last did anything.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But it's actually Thursday, which is the first time we recorded on a Thursday. Y'all are welcome, because I'm going to be gone all weekend because I deserve to have a little fucking vacation time. The second time we recorded on a Thursday. Yes. What was the first time?
Be close.
Who's got music on in the background? I don't want to get fucking copyright struck.
All right, hold on.
Okay, yeah, he's like, hey, bitch, turn it off. And I don't know when the last time, I don't recall ever recording on a Thursday. Maybe during,
No, we did for sure.
I don't think we did.
We have for sure.
I don't think we have.
I remember.
If you remember, when did we do it then?
I don't know. I just remember.
Then you don't. Then we didn't fucking do it. Then did we?
We did do it. All right.
No, we did.
Yes, we did.
No, we did.
I think during the summer we did.
I don't think we did.
We had something going on.
Doubtful. Anyways,
press X to doubt.
Something else that's press X to doubt is Dylan's sex life. No. I'm sorry. Well, we got a pretty full show. We're gonna probably get into the ultimate argument. Like, if you thought the student loan argument was a thing, boy, you just wait for about an hour when we discuss hurricanes, because that's obviously the big deal going on right now with Helene going through and fucking trashing mostly Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee, and then Hurricane Milton just went through and had its way with Florida. So, obviously, now the big thing everybody's talking about is hurricanes and climate change. So, honestly, we're obviously going to dip our toes into that one. I also got another thing, okay? Hold on. Let me just check something real quick before I spout completely out my ass. For whatever reason, last week's episode has 500 views on YouTube, and I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got 510 views right now, and I'm like, it's nothing different than what we've done before. Every other one's got 16, 12. Oh, this one's got 28. This one, 510. We've made it, Dylan. We've made it big time.
I've got to look at this.
We've made it big time.
I can't find it.
That's because I unlisted it right now. But
no, it's right there.
No. But we got a couple other things we want to touch on. Obviously, we'll have Dylan's Facts of the Week, which I think this will probably be the last one for the 50 states.
I believe so. I believe
it is. Because we have Wisconsin and Wyoming. Obviously, we'll have porn star birthdays, because why wouldn't we? Our choices for Functional Idiots of the Week, Banger of the Week, and we'll start with this. We'll do the Lions recap from 2 weeks ago. This actually worked out that last week they had their bye week. So 2 weeks ago, when Detroit was to play the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football, Dylan decided to put his little take on what he thought the score and all that stuff was going to be. So the money line was that Detroit was favored 4. The spread was 4 in favor of Detroit, right? And then the over-under total was 46.5. And Dylan's like, oh, okay, I think Detroit will win 27-20. They'll hit the over just barely, and then, Detroit will cover the spread because they'll win by more than 4 points. Well, Detroit hit the over by them fucking selves. Absolutely bonkers. But apparently going 18 for 18 is not good enough for the game ball, according to Dan Campbell, if you're Jared Goff.
Hold on. He did give him a game ball afterwards.
He better off.
Well, so Dan Campbell came out for the press conference, and some reporter was like, So why didn't Jared Goff receive the game ball after he had a perfect game? And he's like, oh, well, now I kind of feel like a jerk because I didn't give him the game ball. I didn't know he had a perfect game. So right after that press conference, he gave him a game ball. So
When was the last time there was a perfect game in the NFL?
80s or 90s, I think. It's been a while.
Let me see here.
Here's something impressive. Jared Goff got 292 or 3 yards.
It was only the first time since 2012, but still, 12 years.
12 years,
he only threw 18 passes. Technically, he threw 19, but there was a pass interference, so
but
that negates that passing attempt.
He's also been, he's the top one to receive that many, to have that many yards in a perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
because it was almost 300. Well,
and he got a fucking receiving touchdown.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Dylan creamed himself when they did the fucking Philly special, and Goff got a goddamn touchdown.
Well, I didn't watch I obviously didn't watch the game.
Call yourself a Lions fan.
Shut the fuck up. But, yeah, I was, like, looking at the highlights, and I saw that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Then he had to go change his shorts because he just fucking ruined them.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
And speaking of, okay, so before we do that, so obviously Detroit kicked the shit out of Seattle. What'd they win? 47-28, 29 or something like that? Like, it wasn't even fucking close.
Yeah.
So this week, Detroit, because like I said, last week was their bye week.
Yep.
And so, let me see. Of course, did I have this ready? Fuck no. Why would I do something like that? Why would I prepare? Prepare. This week they play the Dak Preschool and the Cowboys in Dallas. Now, it's not a primetime game, but they play, Sunday, 4 o'clock game. I don't know if it's a Fox or CBS game. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's see. I want the spread. Give me the spread. Okay, so Lions, Cowboys, money line. Give me the money line. All right, so currently the spread, it's actually close. It depends if you do the open or the consensus. I don't want this. Just give me the fucking Fox Sports one, because that's what I used last time, and that was fine. Why is everybody a pain in the fucking dick? All right, fine. I'll just do the BetMGM one then. So right now, the Cowboys are favored by 3. So Detroit would have to lose within 3 to cover the spread, right? The total over-under is 52.
Well, we're going to lose this game, but we're actually going to be winners of the game. So, just like last year, we won.
I would say, yeah, so we just going to have another guy who says reported, but, apparently didn't, because, Detroit, the referees, or the NFL still hates the Lions.
Yeah, because, a dude with arm sleeves, tattooed arm sleeves is, looks just like a dude that doesn't have arm sleeve tattoos, which is kind of crazy. But, what do I know?
Whatever. Okay, so
I'm not a referee.
So you feel like Detroit's going to lose this game, all right?
I'll actually go and say that they'll win this game.
Okay.
The Cowboys have been.
What did you say? What did you say on your initial thing at the beginning of the year? Because I think you said this was going to be a loss.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So the spread is -3 Detroit, and then the over/under is 52. Total over/under. Okay. So what do you think? So you're feeling Detroit's going to win, so they're obviously going to cover the spread if they win, right? I'm sorry. I'm reading this back. I hate when they do the spread. The Lions are favored by 3. I'm sorry. So the Lions are favored to win the game by 3. I hate how they do the fucking spread thing. It seems bass backwards to me. But the Lions are favored by 3. So Vegas feels like that Detroit's going to win too. So will the Cowboys cover the spread?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you say Detroit's going to win by 4 or more, because obviously you can't win by 3.5.
Yeah.
So you say Detroit's going to win by 4 or more. All right, what's the final score?
Final score is going to be... man. Hang on. 7, 14, 20.
Come on, motherfucker. You know I was going to ask this shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm.
Just list out a fucking goddamn score. I don't care if it's fucking 2-0. Detroit's only going to get a fucking siftle.
21 to 30.
Safety. Okay, so 30-21 then.
Yes.
Okay. So Detroit's going to win 30-21, and the Cowboys are not going to cover the spread. Dylan is going to bet the under by 1 point, saying there's only going to be 51 points scored total in the game. All right. So that is up and out of the way. Do you think Goff goes, perfect game again?
No.
You know how bonkers that would be if, like, yeah, it's been the first time in 12 years, motherfucker's like, fuck that shit, second time, or did it again, second time in 3 weeks, fucker. Try that shit out.
That would be wild.
That'd be, like, absolutely off-the-wall bonkers.
We have a couple of Dallas fans at my work.
Boring.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
No, that's the last one.
Oh, you suck.
That's the one I wanted.
Anyways,
What?
what were you going to say?
Oh, well, I had a great segue before you interrupted me.
Sorry.
Going along the lines of silliness, Alabama here. Oh, playing in Vanderbilt's basically like a home game because that's the easiest team in the SEC. 2 weeks later, they get fucking trounced by Vanderbilt. Good job, Saban. How do you fuck that? You're playing Vanderbilt, okay? They're known for baseball, not fucking football. All right, and I want to know, okay, the fans, all like 100 of them, because if you actually look at the shot, there was way more crimson red than there was of Vanderbilt gold and black. First of all, to run the field, there's a $100,000 fine from the NCAA, but I'm sure the school's like, oh, we'll happily play it, right? Okay, but to lift up the goalpost and then carry it 3 miles and then say, oh, look, there's the river. Let's throw it in that. And throw the fucking goalpost in the river. That is just mint. That is fucking mint. I don't care who you are. That is the greatest shit ever. To just carry a goalpost. And I'm assuming them fuckers aren't light, okay? Carry it 3 miles and then say, oh, look, there's the Cumberland River. We throw everything else in there. Fuck it. And throw that in there, right?
There goes the goalpost.
I want to know how do you, like, how does that get called? That, like, does the school call it in and be like, hey, we got to send a dive team into the river? Oh, why is that? One of our goalposts is in the river? Huh?
How did they get there?
No reason. Just bad windstorm. Carried it away. It was unbelievable. But Alabama, what are you doing? First overall, my fat ass. I mean, it's great. It's finally good to see the dominance of Alabama fall. I mean, it's finally good to see that shit. Yeah, you're just waiting for what?
The Chiefs to fall.
Hey, well, they get backed up by the NFL, so that's more bullshit. I mean, you watch. Well, now that they expanded the college football playoffs, if it was still the regular 4 teams, watch, Alabama still would have bullshitted backdoored their way into the college football playoffs of 4 teams like they did last year. So, now it's, I think, 12 teams or something, and it's like the top team from each conference, and then the other 6 or 8 or the next highest ranked teams or some shit or whatever. Regardless, Michigan's not going to be in it because they suck fucking balls this year. They lost to fucking Washington. It fell like 12 spots in the AP ranking. It was terrible. I was talking shit when we went to the Red Wings game that got postponed because, well, reasons. Penguins can't fly. Like, yeah, Michigan's going to fucking wall up Michigan State. Yeah, it's going to be I'm not so fucking sure no more. I'm not so sure. It might be, oops. It's a lot of shit talking to eat that shit sandwich. It's not looking good for the blue team. Not looking good. The only bonus, I guess, is that it's at the big house, so might be able to get a little bit of home field advantage. But I don't, like, I get you lost a good amount of seniors. Like, you kind of had the TCU effect happen to you. But Jesus Christ, didn't you fucking, like, I don't know, plan with your recruiting? Like, hey, we're going to have, like, 12 of our starters fucking graduate. Maybe we should, I don't know, find some other good motherfuckers to fill in. There's an idea. Just a thought. No, apparently Apparently they went fucking balls in for last year and said, all right, we won. Let's go back to the fucking Brady Hulk era and suck fucking tits again. Ugh. Fucking frustrating as hell. But yeah, I just wanted to poke fun at Alabama. You lost to Vanderbilt. Mo fucking Vanderbilt. Vander who? Yeah, exactly. That's a fucking
Vander
big...
who?
Dude, oof size large. All right, that's what that is. Now, to go into more frustrating... I hate to bring it up every week, but God, they piss me off. And they pissed off a lot of motherfuckers. They pissed off a lot of motherfuckers this past week. Or the last 2 weeks, really, but especially this past week, okay? So, we're going to go back to my old fucking bone, my rawhide that I like to chew on. That's NASCAR. Now you might say, well, you bitch about NASCAR a lot. Why do you watch it? It's because the reason I bitch about NASCAR a lot is because I love NASCAR. Not the sanctioning body. I love NASCAR, auto racing, as long as it's not Formula 1, because that shit sucks. And so when you see something you love be ran by fucking Mickey Mouse every week, you feel a little passionate about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dylan was pretty passionate when the fucking Lions were sucking ass, right? He loves the Lions, and they're doing stupid shit. Now, He loves the Lions, and they're actually doing good shit, except for week 2. We don't talk about week 2. So, 2 weeks ago, I guess technically 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago at Kansas, it's the first round of the playoffs, right? It's a 400-mile race, 267 laps around Kansas because it's a mile-and-a-half track. We go half a lap, and we wreck. Best stock car drivers in the world. Half a lap, we wreck, right? Start of the race. Okay, now with the current, they call it the next-gen car, Gen 7 car. It's a 7th-generation car. The next-gen car in NASCAR, it has low-profile tires because before 2022, when the next-gen came in, the cars had 15-inch rims, but then it would be on like 20-inch tires or something like that. So they had a pretty tall sidewall on them, right? Well, to be more like street cars, you don't really see many street cars with 15-inch rims, do you? No. 18-inch rims is kind of the standard these days, right? So NASCAR did 18-inch rims. Well, they kept the outer tire circumference the same. So that means you have to lose sidewall, obviously, right? So now you have a low-profile tire. Okay, not a big deal. Except in your regular 15-inch tire, or 15-inch wheel with your 20-inch tire, whatever it was, because of the tall sidewall, they could actually run an innerliner inside the tire. And they would run the innerliners at tracks bigger than a mile. So if you say you blew a tire, you would only blow the outer tire, but then you would be able to run on the innerliner. You obviously can't run fucking balls out. You know, it would be strong enough to get you back to pit road without the tire shredding your car, right? Right. You could still drive on it at 60, 80 miles an hour. And that was how it's been like that for a long time. With the low profile tire, there's not enough room to put an innerliner in them. Okay. That kind of sucks. So if you blow a tire, now you're sitting on the rim. Okay. That wouldn't be an issue, except now NASCAR thought it was a great idea to have fucking ground effect. What's ground effect, you ask? Ground effect is we have a flat underbody. I've explained this before. You have a flat underbody with a diffuser on the back. So the air goes underneath the front splitter, and it gets funneled towards the rear diffuser. And then you create a shitload of downforce that way. And then when you turn sideways, it turns into an airplane wing. NASCAR hasn't quite figured that part out yet, apparently. But that's what happens, right? Well, the best way to make a rear diffuser works is you want that son of a bitch as close to the ground as you can, right? You ideally want it like a 16th of an inch off the ground while you're running at speed, right? To create the most downforce possible.
Right.
Okay? That's good and all when you're running on tires that have air in them. Imagine what happens when you have tires that don't have air in them anymore. You're going to be sitting on the fucking floor pan, right? Well, to prevent teams from tearing the fucking floor pan out, they put rub blocks on them. So instead you sit on the rub blocks. Well, apparently the rub blocks have fucking magnets that get stuck to the Earth's magnetism or gravity pull or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because as soon as you sit on the rub blocks, yeah, that bitch. As soon as you sit on the rub blocks, your shit is done. You ain't moving anywhere. You might as well just set the fucking e-brake, dude. That's basically what it is. You ain't getting anywhere. Okay, that's been a problem since the beginning with the next gen car. We've had 3 years. Has NASCAR fixed it? Fuck no. Why would we do something like that? It makes sense. So, what they would do is I'm putting a lot of background into here, so to really get you fired up, right? So if you say you spin out and you have 4 flat tires, you can't get back to pit road. Okay, NASCAR will push you back to your pit stall because obviously you're not tore up. You just have 4 flat tires, and NASCAR doesn't know how to design a fucking race car. And so they're like, oh, we'll throw you a bone, we'll push you back to pit road, or we'll tow you back to pit road, right? Now, they also have a damaged vehicle policy, or the DVP, that they implemented in, I think, 2017, 2018, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah.
And what the damaged vehicle policy is, okay, if you are in a wreck, right, now you could just hit the wall, scrub the wall, you are under the DVP. Now, what the DVP is you have, for most tracks, it's like 6 minutes, okay, from the time you enter pit road, so the first timing line from pit road, to the last timing line of pit road, right?
Okay.
Okay, you have 6 minutes to repair your car, up to a point to where you reach minimum speed. And what minimum speed is in NASCAR is whatever the slowest qualifying time is, plus like 20% or 10% or something like that, right? So you just have to once you meet minimum speed, you are no longer on the DVP, and you can be down pit road as long as you want to fix your car up better, right? But you have initially 6 minutes to get your car good enough to meet minimum speed. And the point of it is because teams were carrying around crash carts where they basically had a whole nother fucking race car and spare parts, right? To where if someone wrecked, they'd take it to a car that's junked, right? They'd take it to the garage. They'd come back out like 180 laps down because, if someone else wrecks, you might get a couple more points, right? NASCAR's like, this is fucking stupid. Why are you guys, no, we're not doing this shit no more. You have 6 minutes to get your shit good enough. If it's not, obviously it's tore up too bad, your shit's done, right? Okay. I think I explained that pretty good. Oh, and then if you crash and if you crash and you're under the DVP and you go to the garage area, your day is done. You have to do the repairs on pit road in your pit stall. Okay? So if you go to the garage, your day is done. If you're under the DVP. If you just go for a mechanical reason and you're now under the DVP, you can come back onto the track. If you blow a motor, you're done. You can't fucking change motors or transmissions in races anymore. You used to back in the day. Back in the day in 1979, 1979 was the last year you could change a motor mid-race. Dude, a team did it, changed a motor. They blew up mid-race, changed a motor in 12 minutes.
Holy shit.
12 fucking minutes. Are you fucking serious? 12 minutes! Yeah, after that, NASCAR's like, what are we doing? No, you blow up, your shit's done. Pack it up, you can go home early, right? We're
like
done.
That one video where they're talking to that ghost in Phasmophobia, and they're like, 991, 910.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they did it in a few minutes. A few minutes? What's a few minutes? 12 minutes?
Yeah, changed an entire motor, disconnected from the transmission, pulled it out of the car, dropped the next one in, hooked it back up to the transmission, fired it up, 12 minutes. I mean, just ridiculous shit, right?
That's pretty fucking wild.
I mean, it's impressive to be like, damn, here I am, my fucking car goes in the shop for tires, it takes them 5 hours. What the fuck? You guys are fucking changing a motor in 12 minutes. The hell? Okay, so, anyways, to get back on track. So at Kansas, right, they wreck on lap 1. Josh Berry spins. Now, he did have a little bit of contact from a car. That's how he spun out, right? But his car was fine, okay? And he had 4 flat tires. And he just needed a push back to pit road. Well, because according to the rule book, Josh Berry was in the accident, right?
Yeah.
And he could not drive his car by himself back to pit road. So under the DVP policy, the damaged vehicle policy, his day is done because he has to get towed. He's not under... Now, per the rules, yes, technically, Josh Berry's day should have been done per the rule book, the letter of the law, because he was in the accident. It wasn't just like a single car spin, like he came off turn 2, busted his ass, spun out, didn't hit nothing, but had flat tires. No, he actually got tagged by someone and spun out, and it had 4 flat tires. Yes, per the letter of the law, his day was done. Was his car tore up? Fuck no, it wasn't. They should have just towed his ass back to pit road. They could have thrown 4 fresh shoes on that sumbitch, and he would have been fine. They towed him to the garage, right? And as he's getting Josh Berry, he's getting towed to the garage. His crew chief is Rodney Childress, and he's like, Rodney, they got me in the fucking campground, right? Because they didn't just tow him back around. They just towed him through the campground to the garage area, right? And they're like, they got me in the campground, Rodney. What the hell are we doing? So after that, After that, everybody loses their shit. Like, okay, why? That's a perfectly fine race car, right? And so NASCAR is like, okay, well, there's like, at this point, there was 6 races left. This was pre-Talladega. 6 races left in the season. They're like, all right, we'll make a change during the off season, right? And then Talladega happens. And we had a record for the most cars in a single accident in the Cup Series. It's not the overall record in NASCAR, but it's the overall Cup Series record, okay? There was 39 cars in that race, all right? 28 cars were involved in one single accident. 28 cars. Shit. Yeah. You want to talk about a parking lot in turn 3. When there's 28 race cars down there, we only got like 5 tow trucks. It's like, oh shit, this is going to take a while. Now, not everybody was tore up. Some people were like able to drive away, right? Because when you're going 180 miles an hour and you all wreck at the same time, not everybody hits the wall or pounds the wall or something. You guys kind of just bounce off each other, right? You're still relatively going the same speed, so you don't have many hard hits. You have a lot of little hits, but not very many guys have a lot of hard hits, right?
Yeah.
So most guys are fine, right? So we throw the red flag, obviously, because it was going to take a fucking hour to clean this shit up, right? Get all the tow trucks out there, get everybody either to the garage or to pit road so they could fix their shit. And under the rule book of NASCAR, under the red flag, you're not allowed to work on your race car. Because that's for fairness, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense, right? So you're not allowed to work on your race car. Well, we tow 2 cars primarily, 2 specific cars. And both these guys are in the playoffs. Okay? Josh Berry last week at Kansas is not in the Cup Series playoffs right now. But these 2 guys, Chase Elliott, who by the way is the most popular driver in NASCAR right now, and Chase Briscoe are in the playoffs. Okay? They pounded the fucking wall. I mean, like they couldn't drive their cars back to pit road because they had flat tires. They couldn't drive their cars back to pit road because the fucking front of the car was digging into the pavement.
Damn.
So what did NASCAR do? We'll tow them back to their pit stall. They can work on it. What? Wait a minute. We parked a car last week because he spun out and had 4 flat tires. These 2 motherfuckers pounded the fence. And we're going to tow him back and be like, throw some Bondo on it or some fucking tape on it, boy. She's good to go.
WD-40 and some tape and you can fix anything.
What the fuck? Apparently the off-season lasted 6 days because we just changed the DVP policy in 6 days. So we tow guys back, but we don't tow everybody back fairly, right? And we get to the point where a bunch of guys are on pit road and they're waiting to start working on their cars because the red flag is out. NASCAR withdraws the red flag and, puts the yellow flag back out, which then allows the teams to work on their cars on pit road. When the yellow flag was to come out, that means the rest of the field that was sitting in turn 2 should then start rolling, right? And do pace car speed, which is, I think, 60 miles an hour at Talladega. NASCAR withdrew the red flag, displayed the yellow flag, but then had the field sit in turn 2 for another 10 minutes, nearly 10 minutes under caution. So everybody on pit road was able to work on their cars without going a lap or multiple laps down. Then why did you display the yellow if shit in turn 3 was not cleaned up yet? You know what I mean? Right. If turn, because they still had a bunch of cars down in turn 3 and safety workers and stuff like that. If it wasn't good enough to send the pace car and the rest of the field, which is only like 10 cars at this point, by the safety workers, then why did we withdraw the red and display the yellow? Oh, it's so everybody can work on their cars, but not go laps down. Gotcha. So we're bullshitting the rules now. I mean, this is a weekly occurrence in NASCAR, but we're bullshitting the rules.
Right.
They're fucking lighting doobies with the rule book in the tower, sounds like. So, it's frustrating because we have, yes, the DVP policy is not perfect. It was fine with the previous car because the previous car had a lot more crumple zones to it. And it was made out of, the outer body was made out of sheet metal, where this car, the outer body is made out of composite. So, like, if you With the old car, if you'd hit the wall, that'd usually bend the sheet metal, and a lot of times you'd actually cut a tire, right? Because they'd have the clearances so close on the sheet metal to the tires. Right. Well, with this car, you hit the wall, the body, I mean, you're still going to damage the body a little bit, but it kind of pops back out, right? Which is fine because now the guys can, kind of beat and bang a little bit, and they ain't got to worry about cutting tires. That's great. Except now you have guys that will pound the fence, and it's like, oh, the car doesn't look too bad. Oh, fuck, that was like a 25G hit. Son of a bitch. That's a hard hit. And so previous next gen, the DVP policy was fine because normally if someone pounded the fence hard enough, yeah, they're going to bend a lot of shit or whatever. Yeah, their day was going to be done. Now it's like with this flat tire bullshit, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, we parked a guy last week because he had 4 flat tires. He just needed to push back to pit road. We have 2 guys that are fucking wrecked. I mean, they are wrecked. But we pushed them back to pit road. Why? Why one, I'm fine. I would have been fine with pushing Josh Berry back to pit road because that's what should have been done. Wasn't done. Okay. But we just set the rules there. So why didn't you park these 2 motherfuckers then? Is it just because to help get the field count up to at least like 14 cars at the end of the race? So it doesn't look like, a true demolition derby. I mean,
right.
There's just, you would think for a sanctioning body that's been around for 76 years would know how to design a race car. You would think that, right?
Yeah, you would hope so.
You would hope so. No, we fucked up this next gen car beyond all belief. Okay. The old car, the Gen 6 car, was really good on the super speedway, in my opinion, had the best super speedway package, and it had the best short track and road course package. It was great. But the 1.5 miles in the intermediates, I guess you would call it, so your 1.5 miles and then Michigan and Fontana, those are 2-mile tracks. Those kind of sucked because the cars they were really affected by dirty air. And what dirty air is, okay, you drive behind a semi going down the highway and your car moves around a lot, right? From the turbulence. Okay, now imagine doing that at 180 miles an hour through a turn, right? Yeah. Exactly. You got a car punching a big hole through the air, and it's disturbing the air behind them, and so you're not getting clean air on your nose to get the optimal amount of downforce, okay? Now, the next-gen car is even worse in dirty air, but since it has bigger tires, the tires are wider, it has more grip so it can run different lines and get out of the dirty air, which is great on the 1.5 miles. The 1.5 miles are fucking fantastic in the next gen car. Unbelievable. The short tracks and the road courses, however, they suck balls. They suck balls, okay? Because we have dirty air problems on a short track. We're going 60 miles an hour in the corner. We have dirty air problem. Yeah, we have dirty air problem at 60 miles an hour. We should not be having aero problems at 60 fucking miles an hour on a short track. But we do. Thanks a lot, NASCAR. And the road course, the same thing. Because on a road course, you can't run multiple lines. There's one groove at a road course. Well, what did I just say about the 1.5 miles? You could run a different line to get out of the dirty air. You can't do that shit on a road course. And you can't do that shit on a short track. Because there's one groove. So you're stuck behind the motherfucker, right? And then the super speedways, because these cars are so draggy, they are unbelievably, they have so much fucking drag on them. It's ridiculous. Your super speedways, your Daytona, Talladega, and now Atlanta, it's pack racing, which pre-Gen 7 car was the most exciting racing in NASCAR. Pack racing. Guys, big old pack of 20 cars going 180, 190, 200 miles an hour. That's fucking bonkers, right?
Right. We
fucked that shit up beyond all belief, okay? Before at Talladega, you could have somebody like, I don't know, let's just throw out an example. Dale Earnhardt Sr., pretty popular guy. Was a pretty popular guy, I should say. Still is. In 2000, he went from 18th to 1st in 4 laps and won the race. 18th to 1st. Because he knew how to work the draft and he had help behind him, right?
Right.
You can't do that shit in the next gen car now. Because if you get anything more than 2 wide, if everybody's going balls out, good luck. You can't make a third lane go. The cars just have too much drag. Now, you could see on Twitter, but they were running 4 wide at Talladega for like 10 laps. Yes, they were running 4 wide at Talladega for 10 laps because everybody was saving fuel. Now, because your main 2 lines are only going 50% throttle, Your third line can go 75% throttle. Your fourth line can go 100% throttle. And so it looks like we got four wide racing. They're going balls out. Well, they're not really racing. Now, don't get me wrong. Them going 4 wide at Talladega for 10 laps, that shit was cool. And they're still going 180 miles an hour. And they didn't wreck going 4 wide. Oh, by the way, when they wrecked with 28 cars, they were 2 wide at that point. So I just want to point that fact out. But that was cool, but they're saving fuel because you can't pass on the super speedways in this car. And so it's all about, you get to the last pit stop, who can put the least amount of fuel in, who can have the shortest time on pit road putting fuel in, and that'll cycle you to the front during a green flag pit stop. It's what it comes down to now. And so, yeah, you get this cool spectacle of them going 4 wide, but as soon as they actually start racing with 30 laps to go, it's fucking boring as hell because the front 2 guys don't change position. They'll be the front 2 guys for the last 30 laps. It's boring as fuck. It's so frustrating that they bungled this up so fucking bad. And I'm not an engineer, so I can't say what the fix is, but there's just a lot of smart motherfuckers out there. And you can't tell me after 3 years in this car now, we can't figure out how to race on a fucking short track, how to race at the super speedways, and without this bullshit that's going on. We can't figure out a way to fix this fucking flat tire problem on this car after 3 years. Are we for real? Come on. No, we're too busy fucking suing each other over the charter agreement, which is an argument for a different fucking day. You want to get me fired up on that, it's the fucking charter agreement. It's just...
You were talking about it the last time a little bit.
Well, it's now because 2311 Racing, who is co-owned by Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, well, they're suing NASCAR now over the next charter agreement.
Right. And you said it was stupid that.
Well, it is stupid. So, and I'm not going to go into depth to it now. That'll be a story for a different time. But it's like, what are we doing?
What the fuck are we doing, people?
Yeah. So NASCAR managed to piss off a lot of motherfuckers. Oh, one last thing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won the race at Talladega. Now, he's a pretty good super speedway racer. He's got 4 wins in NASCAR, and all 4 of them are either at Daytona or Talladega. Oh, by the way, he won the 2023 Daytona 500, the Super Bowl in NASCAR. So he's pretty good on the super speedways, right? He won the race. Well, during the 28-car wreck, he actually got slammed in the door by Austin Cindric, and it actually put a hole in the door, right? Took a chunk of, composite out of the door.
Yeah.
Well, in the door between, you have your door rails, and then you have some absorbent foam, so that when you get hit, it kind of cushions the blow a little bit, and then you actually have the outer composite, or sheet metal, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Well, when he got hit in the door and it put a hole in it, guess what? Some of the foam came out of the door. According to the NASCAR rulebook, if you lose any door foam within the race, you have to come and replace it because it is a safety aspect. Now, where the door foam was at, would it make a difference with how little was missing? No. But yes, per the rules, it is a safety problem. And so did NASCAR come down and have them fix it? No. What was their thing? Oh, we didn't know that he was missing door foam. You didn't know. You didn't know. What the fuck are you guys doing in the tower? What the fuck are all the officials doing that are on pit road and around the racetrack? Hey, it's got their fucking heads up their asses? What are we doing?
Yes.
You're telling me you can't see a car. Oh, wow, he's got a fucking chunk missing out of his door. Here, give me those binoculars, Johnny. Oh, fuck, I can see the door bars. That's not right. What's supposed to be between the door bars and the outer body? Oh, yeah, foam. Hey, we should have him make him put foam back in the car. No, we didn't know. You're telling me we have HD cameras from NBC, and they looked right at the fucking hole in the door, and nobody noticed that there was some foam missing out of the door? Nothing at all. Okay. We I swear to God, Mickey Mouse is in the fucking race control tower every week. It's fucking Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and fucking Pluto and Donald Duck. They are running the show every week in NASCAR. It's ridiculous. Okay? The head competition guy at NASCAR is Elton Sawyer. And he's doing more fucking interviews than the drivers at this point, explaining why NASCAR is a bunch of fuckheads. Obviously, he's not saying, oh, we're retards. No, we don't know how to fucking run a race. No, he's trying to explain why they did the things we do. Why they did the things they did. We should not know who Elton Sawyer is as race fans. We should not know who he is. Yet he's on the fucking TV every week after a race behind the NASCAR hauler doing an interview because they fucked up again. And he's got to explain it in a quasi bullshit way of why it is the way it is. That because he can't just say we're retards. It's just frustrating, man. It's like, come on. You did so well. You were doing fairly decent just even 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and it's gone fucking downhill. It's unbelievable. But at the same time, it's very believable because, well, it is NASCAR and they can fuck up a wet dream.
They could. It sounds like they could.
They could. I could say something a lot more different but it'd be the same analogy basically. But yeah, it's just, it makes me sad. A sport you love. It's a sport you love. And they're just ruining it. They're ruining it.
You're just ruining it.
I mean, imagine the NFL of some of the things it did. Like,
oh, I mean, the hip drop tackle's a good.
The hip
example.
drop, the fucking roughing the passer. I get the quarterbacks, you don't want them blown up every week, but holy shit, you want to talk about the most inconsistent penalty called. Roughing the passer. It's like that.
Holding is very inconsistent as well.
But
you know what? I'll tell you fucking what.
You take over for a little bit, Dylan.
Let's take a look at Aiden Hutchinson, all right? Now, I am not biased at all, even though I own an Aiden Hutchinson jersey.
Bullshit.
Aiden Hutchinson gets held every fucking game, and they never call it. Yet, when one of our players do, and they just happen to hold it just a little too long, or they're a little too aggressive, it's a penalty. There's been times where, so in football, you're allowed to push on the face mask. You just can't grab it, right?
Right.
Because you can stiff arm them on the face. There have been times where you can clearly see they have not grabbed the face mask, but they'll push on it. Referees will call a face mask. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Or you'll get people that have horse collars. They'll grab them by the nape of the neck, or technically their jersey and shit. But they'll grab that part and they'll hold on to it. They won't call that shit. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Your guys are there for a fucking reason. Please call the calls that need to be called. Prime example, pass interference on the Chiefs should have been called. I saw the highlight of it. Clearly the dude is holding his waist. That is pass interference to the fucking tee. And there's nobody else around. Two referees are looking right at them. What do? No, just hold on to my flag this time. You
remember,
fucking idiots. I swear to God.
That would have been a penalty on the Chiefs, and that's not allowed.
Yeah, clearly not.
Got fucking hiccups now. God damn it.
Because, the Chiefs are... listen.
The Chiefs are the new Patriots. They got all the bullshit working their way.
Yeah, so, okay. I don't like the... not that it really matters if I like the Patriots or not, because they're dog water, but...
They are now, thankfully.
Yeah, but, let's just take a look. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
It's hard to disagree that.
And I don't like Tom Brady. I'm not a huge fan of him, but you literally cannot say he's not a GOAT.
No, if you are, you're just being ignorant.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing is actually one of my old coworkers who no longer works there, Michael. He brought up a great point that people only like you if you're not successful. But as soon as you become successful, people hate you. I can kind of agree with that because I was actually, I could care less if the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl last year. They made it to the Super Bowl. Whatever. Couldn't care less. I didn't care who won. Did I want San Francisco to win? Sure. Was I bothered that the Chiefs won? Not really. The shit that they're pulling this year, though, that's what pisses me off. That is what makes me not want the Chiefs to be successful, is there are calls that are blatant that should be called, and there's calls that shouldn't be called. Another example, Pat Mahomes got pushed by a defensive end. Pushed, that's it. Ended up falling down. That's not roughing the passer.
It is because he's Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can
Now,
continue on, honey.
Defensive end pushes him, gets pushed down. You can't stop momentum. It's happened before to other quarterbacks. They don't get called. Joe Burrow. I think it was Joe Burrow. I can't remember. Some other quarterback got slammed to the ground by a defensive end, and it was almost like Tua when he got slammed by Cincinnati, and he had a concussion. But so similar to that, like they body slammed him. Didn't call roughing the passer, but Pat Mahomes got called. Got that roughing the passer called because he's what? Patrick Mahomes. So it's fucking irritating when the referees are sitting there sucking off the Super Bowl champs every year. It's really fucking annoying because it's just like you're not allowing the game to be played the way it's supposed to be played because you're either not calling your calls or you're calling bullshit calls and everybody knows it and they're getting pissed. Is the NFL going to do anything about it? No, because it's the NFL. And they dick riding Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat here, and it's not because it's Pat Mahomes. It's not because it's the Chiefs. It's because it just so happens that someone on the Chiefs is dating Taylor Swift. I'm going to tell you right now. No, I'm not going to name any names. Travis Kelce. So I'm telling you right now, that's why they get the bullshit. Yeah, that's why they're getting all the bullshit their way.
Who is it? Colin Cowherd. I'm not a huge fan of him. He's kind of an idiot. But besides the point.
Oh, Cowherd. I thought you said Coward. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know who that was. Colin Cowherd. Yeah, the Herd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like a white version of Stephen A. Smith. Don't care for him.
But he did bring up a good point about the Chiefs, and he said if the Chiefs. Now this was before their Week 5 win. If the Chiefs weren't 4-0 right now, I would be worried about their offense and how it looks. And I'm like, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he's a good quarterback. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, the 3 championships say otherwise, but he's just a quarterback. Like, nothing really to him. If he didn't have the weapons he did, he would be a shit quarterback.
Well, most quarterbacks would be.
That's true.
But what makes a good quarterback is being able to, like, when your O-line is having an off day, right? But you're still able to make passes and scramble in the pocket or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Stuff like that. Or being able to control the game, with how you are. Now, I get some of it is because of the play calling, but being able to control the game, even having your own clock management within the play clock, right? That kind of stuff is what I think makes a good quarterback, or a quarterback a good quarterback, and then obviously being able to have clutch moments, throw passes accurate, right? Have a good completion rating. Now, some of that's partly on your tight ends and your wide receivers being able to catch a fucking ball, right? Now, but if you're throwing dimes at them all the time, and they keep dropping it, that's not your fault. You're doing your job. They just suck.
Yeah.
So, and just like the Tigers, they just gave up a fucking 2-run shot. So now it's 4-3. Great. Turning that shit off. So that's where it's like that, and being able to have those clutch moments and throw the pass to the right guy. Don't throw it to the guy who's fucking in double or triple coverage. That, maybe throw it to someone else. That's just a thought, But now I was going to talk about the fucking Tigers, but because their game didn't start till like 6, it was supposed to be like a 4:00 game, and it was going to be over by the time we started, and well, it's not. So we'll skip that, and we'll go on to our bangers of the week, Dylan.
Bangers of the week. Dude.
Now, if you want to listen to said bangers of the week, our Spotify, God damn it, I haven't even been drinking. That's the sad part. Spotify playlist is in the description of every podcast. So if you want to go give it a listen, right there. It's free 99. You ain't got to pay a dime to listen to it, Dylan. Not a dime.
Not
Boom.
a dime.
So what songs are we adding this week to our banger of the weeks?
Wind of Change by Scorpions.
That's a fantastic song.
I love that song. I just recently found it because I use Pandora. I know we just Spotify, but I have a classic rock radio on there because I was just like, man, I was just itching for classic rock radio or just classic rock in general. And that song came on, life changing. I was like, this is a damn good song. Where have you been all my life?
It's a good song. I wouldn't say it's like, oh, I've seen the light. I've not, and I don't believe her in Christ. I wouldn't say it's life changing. I hate that people throw around. It's like, oh, this candy bar is life changing. You're right. You're right. It is life changing because you're gonna eat it and become a fat ass. But no, it's not fucking life changing.
And get cancer from all the chemicals in the water that turns a freaking frog. Sorry.
So, but yes, that is a great song. Great song.
I did not know this either. Scorpions is a German band.
Yes, they are.
I did not know that. And then I heard them play live, and you could really tell. And I was like, oh, shit. Obviously, nothing against Germans because I am German myself, or part German myself. But
99999.
It was kind of cool to, like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. So,
okay. Well, to follow up your true banger of the week. Well, my banger of the week is from a band I know you like, Dylan.
Oh?
And that is from the one Shinedown.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And the song I got from Shinedown, I heard it. It's not the first time I've heard it, but it came around. It's the first time I would say I paid attention to it, if that makes sense, right?
Okay.
And it's a song, Enemies.
Ooh, that's a great song.
I heard that and I was like, damn, why wasn't this a fucking... I don't know if it was a single or not, but they don't play it on the radio. I'm like, why wasn't this shit a single? This shit is fucking banging.
Yes, that is a very good song.
It's a fantastic song. Fantastic song. I mean, Shinedown's a great band as it is.
Yes.
And speaking of great bands, I heard that Disturbed is going on a 25th anniversary tour.
They're going to be in Detroit.
Yeah, except it's on March 10th, and it's a Monday. I'm like, motherfucker, come on.
Monday?
Yeah, I was like, are you for real? I'm pretty sure it was March 10th. I don't know. Let me go to the old Ticketmaster. Excuse me. But, because we went and saw them at Van Andel Arena. But that was on a Monday, but it's like Van Andel, down fucking town. Like, not that far. March 10th, which is a Monday. It's just, damn it. And they have fucking 3 Days Grace as their opener.
Because, dude, Adam Bourdain is back.
Adam Gontier.
Or Gontier, sorry,
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, fucking, dude, it's going to be a fucking banging ass show.
You fuckers.
What? I'm trying to see if they're going to be like anywhere else that's like, relatively close. Because I was like, oh, fucking Monday. Come on, man. Killing me, Smalls. Like, if it would have been a Sunday, I could have swung that because I would have just had to take Monday off. Now I would have to take Monday and Tuesday off, right? Because it's in Detroit. You're not even going to fucking get back home until like 2 o'clock in the morning because it's a 6:30 show. And all the other ones have been 6:30 shows, but they're like 4-hour shows. Not that I'm bitching at all, but it's just like, come back for it's like
kind of bitching.
I'm not bitching that the show is long.
Yeah.
I'm just bitching that you wouldn't get back till like nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, fuck. So I like Disturbed, but it's like 2 days off. That sucks. Like Sunday, I could have swung that. Even a Friday, I could have swung that. But Monday, come on, man. Come on. I mean, I know it's in the middle of March, so you got to work around the Red Wings playing at home or the Pistons playing at home, which, the tens and tens of people that show up to Pistons games these days because, well, the fucking Lions won more games than the Pistons did last year.
That's
the
great.
Lions only played 20 fucking games. And they won more. What the hell? That makes sense. So, all right, Dylan, let's move on and let's do the last round of the 50 facts of the 50 states.
50 facts of the 50 states. The very last two.
And that means, Dylan, this is the last time we're going to get the pop-up.
Nope, didn't even get it this time.
Oh, no. I was going to say, let's pour one out for the fucking pop-up.
So we got Wisconsin-ery. Wyoming.
The chitterheads.
Wisconsin. When the state dance is the polka, it's awfully convenient that a world of accordions, a museum with more than 1,000 types of squeeze boxes, is also found in the state. That's kind of weird. Why the fuck? Why do you need a museum of accordions? Whatever.
The lamest fucking instrument.
Yeah.
Like, that's some Ohio type shit right there.
Oh, hey, there's a go to, and this is just in general. If you go to Frankenmuth, it's actually very cool there. They have the Bavarian Inn. They have the Bavarian Inn, and a guy dressed in like old fashioned German attire, not the Nazis. I'm talking about like the 1800s.
99999.
He goes around playing the accordion, which is actually, you think it'd be like, oh, this is gonna make my ears bleed. It was actually very pleasant.
It's not bad. It's just, why would you have a museum dedicated to it? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It's not like a guitar, you know. It's not.
This is. I just read Wyoming's, and I was like, I was gonna be surprised, but then I thought about Wyoming, and I was like, I'm not surprised at all.
Makes sense. Checks out.
Wyoming. There are only 2 sets of escalators in the entire state.
Escalators. Eels.
By the way, when I went to the the reason why we couldn't do a podcast episode last week was because I was gone and I was in the UP
banging the babysitter,
and so quite a few things. I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, not too long though.
Well, why don't
quite
we hear
a few
the
things?
Well, does it say where the escalators are in Wyoming?
No.
Probably in Cheyenne, I would guess, because that's the biggest city in Wyoming.
Sure.
Okay, but hold on. Let's back this up for a minute. That's the only fact you could come up with. Why we have 2 escalators. That's it. That's all you guys have going for it. At least Wisconsin has a fucking museum with accordions in it. You got 2 escalators. Wow.
2 sets of escalators. So 4.
You are special. Give me a fucking break. Are you for real? Every fucking state has escalators. Every fucking state. That's not special.
Yeah, but do they have less than 4?
Depends if they're working or not.
That is true, because the mall, you know which one I'm talking about, never, ever
Damn
has.
right. Them bitches never work.
But, so...
They might as well be on the fucking unemployment line.
So, I was a Youper for a weekend, and,
no longer a troll.
No longer a troll. It was actually my first time, seeing and crossing the Mackinac Bridge, even though it was nighttime both ways. So that was kind of depressing. I didn't get to see it during the daytime. And then I know why they call it, like, or why I've seen so many jokes about outhouses in the UP. Because you know how, well, in Michigan we have rest areas, and some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them are relatively nice. Others
I think most of them are fairly decent.
I've been in one, and they had a swastika and kill all white people on one, so that was terrifying.
Nice. I mean, that's not necessarily the state's fault. They obviously just
obviously not.
Come by. It's not like it's fucking state workers like Nazis. That's cool.
Yeah, no, that's not the state.
I drank some Mountain Dew Code Red and I got some great ideas.
Great. Now I'm gonna be pissing. Hopefully not for the last time. But so we're up there, and I'm with Brianna, and she had to use the restroom. So my dad pulls over, go to the shit shack on the side of the road, which is pretty much all their rest areas. And she opened the door, and they only have 2, and it's unisex on both of them, so obvious, which makes sense.
Yeah,
but looks in there, looks really nice. I'm like, damn, that's not bad for a shitter outside. And So she goes in there, and I'm like walking around because I mean it was like getting late, so she didn't want to be out there by herself, which I understand. But I'm walking around because I'm like, oh, okay, this is a nice area, whatever. And I go over to like their little station of information, and I look at the trash cans. I'm like, man, these are kind of weird looking. And I just so happen to have something to throw away. And the way they set it up is, I don't know if you've been the UP, you probably know, but
Yeah.
you have to stick your hand underneath the handle, pull up on something, and then you can open it. And it's to prevent bears from getting into the trashes. And I was like,
Really?
there's trash cans for bears out here? Where the fuck are the bears? And I'm like, I was like, oh shit, I don't want to be out here no more. Like, I want to get the fuck out.
There's a bee.
There's a bee. But yeah, that was quite interesting. And then another thing was, because in the UP, Upers obviously have that Wisconsin their accent.
Oh yeah, dearie.
But actually not. I didn't hear a lot of it. There was a few times where we went to a bar, and I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. The amount of Packer shit I seen there, I was pissed. I was like,
well, I mean,
but that's because Wisconsin is closer.
I was just
to
saying,
than
you got to
Detroit,
think. Well,
so-
not necessarily just Wisconsin, Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay is like literally
Green
right
Bay
there.
is it's just a few depending on where you are. I mean, even if you're in Houghton, which is where you were at,
Yeah,
it's only I'm guessing probably a 5-6 hour drive to Green Bay. Where to Detroit, it's like 13 hours.
yeah.
So it makes
wild.
sense. And I bet you if you go all the way to like Western UP, you might even start getting Vikings fans.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Which
sense.
by
But-
the way, holy fuck, goddamn Vikings!
Dude, they need to calm down. Hey,
You need to save some pussy for the rest of us.
I hope we give them the Seattle Seahawks treatment and give them their first loss of the season. That would be nice.
Well, it wouldn't be this week. Are they on a bye week this week or?
I don't know. Next
Oh, it
week
doesn't
we
matter.
face them, I think.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyways, yeah, I didn't hear a lot of the Uper accent until I went to like a local bar, and we ate there. I mean, it was fucking busy there, but
Yokely Dokely bar.
Yokely Dokely, there he.
Yeah, Yokely.
And there was a guy
Dokely.
that got like you could tell he was fucking chocolate wasted, all right. But the way he was yelling, he was just like, "Yeah," and there, I was just sitting there eating. And it's like, dude, shut the.
He's like one of those loud drunks
Yes.
that like forgets what his indoor voice is.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties. What? Shut up, motherfucker! I don't care about your fetishes. All right.
But yeah, you could like just barely hear the Uper accent, and I was like, "Oh shit, there it is."
It might have just not necessarily been the Uper accent. It might have just been the drunk accent.
yeah. But there's a few other times where I heard the accent just a little bit, but yeah, I didn't hear it as much as what I thought I would. Which is, I mean, I wasn't,
Are you disappointed then?
I'm not disappointed. I was just, I guess I was just surprised by it. I wasn't expecting it.
I think
not
you have
to
a
be
lot
there.
of transplants up there, so
Yeah.
well, especially around,
it is
especially around,
absolutely beautiful up there.
especially around the Houghton area, since that's where it's Michigan Tech at. Tech is. You're not. I would say most people there are transplants. They don't live in the UP.
Well, like my little brother's roommate is from Dearborn, so
Yeah, so from Michigan, but sure as shit not the UP. Basically,
Yeah.
the exact you can't get any farther, nearly. I mean, unless you're in Monroe. You can't get much farther away from the UP and if you're in Dearborn.
yeah. But
Right?
it was
So-
like super, super beautiful there.
Oh, so
Fucking
you're
hilly as fuck, though.
yeah, it's what the fucking glaciers do, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like, god damn.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was super gorgeous up there.
Yeah, especially now because I'm sure they're probably like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of us on the color changes for the leaves.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit. Like,
I mean, you guys went up at like the perfect time for the color chase.
yeah. It
The
was,
perfect time.
It was just super, super gorgeous up there.
So
Like,
did
you
you
could-
guys only go to Houghton or did you like make like pit stops like go to like maybe like Marquette cuz that's like along the way if
so-
you kind of along the way or
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
like Obviously, I don't know. Did you guys? Well, if you guys went through Mackinac at night, you probably didn't stop in Mackinac.
No, we stopped in St. Ignace.
Okay, so you stopped, but
Yeah, we just stopped. We went to a little Indian store there, which was pretty cool.
You mean Native American?
I mean, the thing says Indian store on it. I don't know what you want me to.
Okay.
What you want me to say? I'm just saying what the store name was. I'm not.
Well, if it was a store in Cleveland, it'd be called the Guardians.
But boo off. But yeah, it was that little place was cool. It had now it did have a Native American museum, which I don't understand why they whatever.
Which you don't understand why there's a Native American museum up in the UP? Are you retarded?
No, are you retarded?
Possibly,
no,
but I'm asking you if you're retarded.
Why they just call it an Indian museum and not Native,
Because you're being politically correct.
But, yeah, super cool. I got compliments on my Adventure Time t-shirt that I was wearing. So shut the fuck up. You ever seen Adventure Time?
I hated it.
Lick my nuts. Even
stupid.
if you said, yeah, I saw it, I'd say lick my nuts. Are you fucking kidding me? It's stupid. Jake had like the best one-liners. Your constant harassment of the female gender makes me sick. It's like, what? And then he pooted in Death's World.
See, that's a show where they all took all the drugs and then sat down and wrote a fucking show. That's what happened there.
No, that's a regular show.
Well,
that's a weird fucking show. It's a good show. It's a weird show, though.
Yeah, it's not regular.
Yeah, it's definitely not a regular show. But, yeah, UP, super beautiful if you get a chance to go there.
Yeah, spend our money in our state, you bitches.
What is it? What else? Other than that, yeah, I mean, pretty nice up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although we went to a restaurant there and the kind of fucking rubbed me the wrong way.
Mm.
They were like...
Not good handies?
No, we go in there. We have a group of 5, It was me, Brianna, my mom, dad, and my little brother. And we go in there, and a group of 7 walks in. No. A representative from the group of 7 walks in. And the girl that... We've been sitting there for like 5-10 minutes. Girl comes up to the thing. Doesn't say a word to us. We're like, are we just going to get ignored or going to take us to go get seated or what? Lady with the group of 7 comes in and the lady goes, how many? Tells him 7. Oh, it's going to be about an hour wait because we're understaffed and blah, blah, blah. And my mom was like, yeah, we're just going to go. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. She's like, if it's going to be an hour wait for them, it's probably more than likely going to be an hour wait for us. And plus, she didn't even ask us. So, we're just leaving. I'm like, yeah, I can respect that. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Not to my mom. Not to my mom.
Yeah, fuck you, mom. Bitch.
Take me out of this world you brought me in.
I'm done. I can't handle the stress anymore.
So we went to another place, but it wasn't too bad.
McDonald's.
No. No. I got called a true American because I cleaned a plate of chili cheese fries.
No, it's not a true American. It's just a true fat ass.
Fat ass.
That's true fat ass.
What's that?
Chicken nuggets. Where's my Mountain Dew? Okay, let's go a little bit out of order here. I forgot to tease this, but we got in the spirit of Halloween being just a few weeks away, basically 3 weeks away, from the time we're recording this. We have a Stupider's list for the best Halloween candy. Yeah, basically, what's the best Halloween candy? I swear to Christ, if you put candy corn on there, I'm gonna fucking drive over to your house and cut a motherfucker. All right.
I would rather choke. I'd rather choke on a razor blade.
You better be You rather be Miss Chokes on Dick.
So, yeah.
All right. I went first last time, Dylan. So do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Now, do you do honorable mentions first, or do you do the list first?
I usually do the top 4, and then I'll do the honorable mentions. Okay. But don't do the honorable mentions because I feel like this will have a lot of repeats. And so if you say one, I'll swap it in with one of my honorable mentions.
Okay.
If you know what I mean, right? So we'll do the honorable mentions at the very end if there's any ones that haven't been said yet.
Gotcha. Number 5 is Milky Way. Number 4 is Reese's.
Yeah, well, slow the fuck down, dude.
Nice.
Jesus Christ, he's like whipping through this shit. God damn. Milky Way, Kit Kat, Snickers, Butterfinger, Reese's. Next, bitch! Great. Gotta cross out one of my... Yeah, Milky Way, if you don't like Milky Way, you're communist. All right. You can continue on now. I just wanted to get that out. What about Milky Way? What is it? Is it just Milky Way Dark?
Milky Way Dark is absolutely fucking delicious.
Grow up. It might just because I don't really care for dark chocolate. It's too bitter to me.
See, Milky Way Dark, the marshmallow really just kills it.
Marshmallow?
Yeah, there's marshmallow in it.
Fucking marshmallow in it?
Yes.
Maybe I need to have that shit again. Man, that's certified fat ass food right there.
It's dark chocolate with marshmallow and caramel in it. That's the thing. Is like dark chocolate is not as sweet, but the marshmallow really just ties it together, and the caramel on top is just like a little extra cum drop if you want that.
That's lovely.
Number 4 is Reese's. I only did it because it is a very popular Halloween candy.
That doesn't mean you have to choose it.
Doesn't matter. I like Reese's.
It might just be because I'm not the biggest peanut butter lover, or as my dad calls it, penis butter. I'm not the biggest peanut butter lover in the world. And I mean, like, yeah, if you put it on toast, I'm fine, or like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but like Reese's or like peanut M&Ms or anything along those lines, like a Payday bar, I'm just not a fan.
I want to find the motherfucker that puts peanut butter on waffles.
They're not communists. They're just stupid. Right? Like, that's advanced stupid right there.
I think I'm going to have to go over my relationship with Brianna. She just said she puts peanut butter on waffles.
Out on the streets. Out on the streets.
Get out!
Dylan's opening up the window and throwing shit out right now.
What did you say, Brianna? No.
If you put Nutella on it, I'd be like, okay, you just like the nut, right?
If you put Nutella on it, that'd be all right.
No, peanut butter's good.
No, peanut butter is good. Peanut butter on waffles is not good.
You put butter and syrup on Eggo, not fucking penis cum, all right? Come on. You don't put dick cheese on that shit. Jesus. Fuck's the matter with you?
Number 3 is Starburst.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Starburst and all, but
when do you eat Starbursts?
That's true.
During Halloween.
That's true. That's true. Okay, best Starburst flavor. On 3.
Obviously,
ready?
Okay.
Shut up! On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Strawberry.
Pink. Which is
strawberry.
Pink,
damn right. That's the best shit. As hands down the best one. If you like lemon, you got something fucked up with your taste buds, all right? If you like the lemon one,
all right.
You like ass. That's is what you done.
What is number 2?
What is?
For Starbursts.
Number 2 best flavor?
Because everybody simultaneously agrees that number 1 is always pink.
Are we talking OG flavors or?
Yeah, OG flavors.
I like the red one. God, dude,
Brianna is just going against the grain.
Man, talk about falling down the pecking order. Fucking son of a bitch.
No, okay, hang on. In her defense, the yellow one is actually not that bad. Not my top 5 personally, but
it's not my top. It's not my top ever.
I'll give credit where credit is due. The Starburst one, lemon is pretty good. Lemon is pretty good.
Lemon. I don't know what the red one is called, but that's second.
Cherry?
Red. Cherry. Yeah, sure. Cherry. Good.
Oh, dude,
like...
I have the same list.
Doesn't taste like cherry.
And the second one is cherry. I hate the fruit punch one, though. I can't stand that fucking one. That one tastes like asshole dust and fucking cum that's aged for a week.
Yeah, what they do is they take dried cum out of some dude's ass, right? And then they put a cheese grater to his ass lips, and that's how they fucking garnish it.
Absolutely grody.
No, thank you.
Number 2 is Twix.
Oh, dude, Twix. Love
Twix
Twix. Are you a left Twix or a right Twix? I gotta say, I mean, I
left
get the
Twix, actually. Left
I get
Twix
the
is
point.
better Twix.
I get the. You are so dumb.
Yeah, I'm not dumb. I know what they're doing.
I get the point of the marketing strategy, but God, that is the dumbest. You left Twix or right? This one has 2 left Twixes in it.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
How the fuck does that make sense? I'm looking at it right now. One's on the left side of the package, and one is on the right side. Oh my God! How do I have 2 lefts?
Well, 2 lefts.
If you gave me 3, if you said it was 3 lefts, I'd be like, okay, because 3 lefts make a right. But I mean, 2, you're missing one here. One of these things just doesn't belong here.
But and then number 1,
If we don't have the same number 1, we are not friends.
M&M's.
Yes. Okay, we can stay friends. Brianna's got to get out though, because she puts fucking peanut butter on her waffles. Are they blue?
What is what? Oh, blue.
It was a slow burn for Dylan. It took a
Yeah, I
while.
thought you
but
were talking about the M&Ms. I'm like, blue, why does it matter? And then I was like, oh, wait, he's not talking about the M&Ms.
Have you ever met anyone that's like, oh, the colors of M&Ms, they taste different? No, you're just retarded.
Yeah, I bet you the window of the fucking school bus tastes different too, huh?
Yeah, the outside tastes like bugs. The inside tastes like bleach. Tastes like Teen Spirit. Who's playing Nirvana? Yeah, M&M's, that is... I mean, I'll go and buy... I don't buy candy. Like going through the grocery store, you're checking out. I very rarely will buy a candy bar. Mm-hmm. But... Yes, there is... I don't know why, but like when you get M&M's on Halloween, it just hits different.
Dude.
It just hits different.
Okay, you know what? Yes, because we were talking about this at my work. Halloween candy tastes the best.
Because it's free. I mean, well, if you're a kid, it's all free. But yes, something about it is because you just go trick or treat, and they fucking give you candy.
It's not even that. Like,
It's the
buying
only...
some at the store is like, why is this so fucking good?
Yeah, like... Halloween is the only time perverts can be perverts and not be perverts. You know what I mean?
You can look, but don't touch.
Yeah, that's right. Ugh. So, God, you took 3 out of my 5.
Let me guess which ones. Milky Way, Twix, and M&M's.
Yep, bitch. Well, Sarah got fucking shit all over fucking Reese's. It sure as shit wasn't one of those. Okay, so I have 4 honorable mentions. So let's see. Number 5. For best Halloween candies, Crunch Bars.
Okay, I totally forgot they existed.
I love Crunch Bars. That used to be my favorite before I realized that, it's just Crunch Bars with Rice Krispies in it, or a chocolate bar, or Hershey's bar with Rice Krispies in it. Yeah, it's just a Crunch Bar with Rice Krispies in it. What's the difference between HT or hydrogen and water? Or bread and dough. No, I like a Crunch Bar. That is got a nice little snap to it, because it's like that. It's like harder chocolate, but it's not like, gobstopper strength, where it's like you're going to fucking have to go to the dentist, right, and have your teeth rebuilt.
You're going to start crying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so I got Crunch Bars as my number 5. So I'll move my number 4 and 3 up, because Twix was number 5 for me. Number 4 for best Halloween candies is... I like Almond Joys. I don't know. I might be going out on a limb here, but I love almond. I wouldn't say I really like Almond Joys. They are. It's
better.
Again, it's the dark chocolate thing. I'm just not a fan of dark chocolate.
I don't like the fucking nut in Almond Joy. Almonds.
You don't like almonds?
No, I don't like nuts personally.
Oh,
except
well, at least
my own.
it's good to know. At least it's good to know you're not gay.
Well, I just I don't know what it is. I just don't like. I actually know what it is. I choked on a peanut when I was a kid, and for whatever reason, that psychologically scarred me for the rest of my life. So now I just don't eat peanuts or any type of nut.
Okay.
Unless it's an M&M peanut, which obviously that fucking smacks. But or peanut butter. That's pretty much my extent.
Okay. So I got Almond Joys as my number 4. So we number 3 for best Halloween candies, and it's kind of along the same lines as like M&M's. It's Whoppers.
I don't get the hate on Whoppers. Whoppers are actually delicious.
Yeah, I don't. It's a malted chocolate ball.
My sister was gonna. I swear to God, I thought I was gonna have to fight her.
Cut a bitch.
Because so my grandpa wanted these malt balls from where Brianna works. They're not too bad. You ever had Seafoam?
Seafoam
candy?
No.
All right, then you wouldn't get it. But so it's malt balls, right? It's pretty much just bigger versions of the Whopper. And I was like, yeah, but Whoppers have a better taste because, they're malt balls. And she looks at me and she's like, no, they're not. I'm like, yes, they are. They say on the box they're malt balls.
They're
and
chocolate,
she was
milk,
like ready
chocolate
to die
malted balls.
That they weren't. I'm like, they are. They're malt balls.
You take her into the fucking store, show her right here. It says chocolate malted balls. No, they're not. I can't help you.
Yeah, I like sticking my tongue in the the Whopper, like bite into it, and then letting it dissolve.
Are you sure you're not gay? Okay, so my number 2 for best Halloween candies, Kit Kat.
Yep, was waiting for this basic ass answer.
What's wrong with the Kit Kat?
Nothing. I just wanted to give you shit.
Oh, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat, Mark. Please tell me you're not a fucking monster, right? You just eat it whole, right? You break off.
God, please.
Dude, like, if you, like, I believe, right? I believe. Now, this could be a trucker thought, right? If you eat Kit Kats, but you don't break it off, you are a psychopath. You are the next fucking Ted Bundy.
Dude, I thought I
you
was
are going to be
a
sociopath.
Because I thought I was going to be like a psychopath when I grew up because my mom would get these, like, the Jawbreakers candy, the small ones.
Sure.
I would literally just eat them.
What?
Like, yeah, just straight crunching them. And I was like, does it hurt your teeth? And I'm like, no.
Wait,
like,
you're supposed
what?
You're supposed to chew them? Oh, my God.
Yeah, so.
All right, an honorable mention I have since I was second to go is just regular Hershey bars. You buy Hershey bars out of Halloween, right? If you are making like s'mores or whatever. But Hershey bars are still pretty good. I understand it's the most basic ass when it comes to milk chocolate, but it still fucking checks out, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Still checks out. It's an honorable mention. It's not in the top 5, but it's still an honorable mention because it's like you get a Hershey bar and it's like, oh man. It's like you got a fucking Charleston Chew. You're like, oh, I got fucking depression candy. God damn it. It's not like that.
What's your top one? Because you
the
only
best Halloween candy since Dylan took my M&Ms. And so I had to rearrange my list. Took fucking 3 out of my 5.
God.
What?
If you say, we're on the same length right now, and if you say what I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna put a check mark next to what I put down. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
What you think I'm gonna say?
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait 5 seconds. All right. Okay. Why is it one of your honorable mentions or?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So why would you be pissed, though? That means we're on the same wavelength. You gotta remember, I had to rearrange my list because you took 3 out of my 5. I had M&M's down as number 1.
So I have it ready to send to you, and I got a fucking check mark next to it. So
okay, so my best favorite Halloween candy, sort of, because Dylan took my top 2, actually, being M&M's and Milky Way, is a $100,000 bar.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought you were going to say Snickers.
I don't like Snickers.
Oh,
I would
God.
say
I also don't like Snickers.
I would. I don't like if someone's
I'll eat them if I want.
like if someone tossed me a Snickers, it's not gonna be like ew, yeah, arrow. I'm not like that.
I'll choke it down, but
yeah. Yo, so you do choke on nuts?
No, I just eat the Snickers bottom top side down so I can feel the vein.
So, anyways, I have $100,000 as my best Halloween candy.
That's a great choice. I do like $100,000.
It's like a Crunch bar, but with caramel.
Yeah.
But so my original list was, so my honorable mentions were Whoppers, Crunch, Almond Joy, and Hershey bars. And then my original list was Twix, $100,000, Kit Kat, Milky Way, and M&M's. And then I realized, I'm like, no, I prefer $100,000 over Kit Kat, so I swapped them around.
Yeah.
That was my original top 5. What were some of your honorable mentions?
Kit Kat was number 4 on honorable mentions. I only did 5 just because there's a lot of candy out there. Number 5.
You did Charleston too, I swear to Christ.
No. Speaking of poor people's candies, I got a funny thing to ask.
Tootsie Roll.
That would be number 6. I mean, Tootsie Roll's basic too, but
it still checks out.
Yeah, it's still one of the OGs. So number 4, Kit Kat. Number 3 was Snickers. Not a huge fan of it. I just did it because it's a popular Halloween candy. Number 2 was actually supposed to be Starburst, but I switched Milky Way and Starburst around because
I
was like, because I had Milky Way as dark as number 3. But my number 1 honorable mention was Skittles. Skittles!
See, I'm not a big fan of tasting the rainbow.
Skittles ain't bad.
I feel like Skittles
I just think Starburst is better.
I feel like Skittles is what some dude on fucking meth made because he was looking at M&M's.
And M&M's took a shit, and it was
I think I can make this better. And he made it worse because he was on meth.
So you know how like there's like the brand name candy and then poor people candy? So instead of Snickers, it'd be like Snackers or something.
Or instead of like, Frosted
Kit Kat
Flakes,
would be like Dig Dog or something like that.
Dig Dog. Doug Dig.
Doug Dig.
Yeah. Butterfinger would be
Milky Way is Galaxy Stop.
Butterfinger would be Margarine Finger.
Margarine would be Margarine Finger. Skittles, Skedaddles.
Skedaddles. M&M's is N&N's.
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 Oh, shit.
Milky Way would just be Milk's Way.
Milk's Way.
Milk's Way.
Oh, shit.
$100,000 would just be 50 cents.
I just bring this up because I just think about, like, all the, like, the poor... Trust me, I get these brands too, all right? Don't get me wrong, all right? I do get myself, instead of Doritos, I do get Ditos sometimes. No, I'm playing.
What the fuck's matter with you?
But there was a post that said, these, like, off-brand names are killing me. And instead of Doritos, it was Ditos. And I was like, who the fuck names their chip brand Ditos? Or, like, Mountain Climb. Instead of Mountain Dew, it's like, what? Dr. Fountain instead of Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Salt.
Dr. Salt.
Dr. Cumin.
But,
oh. Yeah. So we agreed on the fat asses part of food and life, candies. But let's go on to something that I'm sure we'll disagree about. Oh. Hey, all you idiots, AI-generated Colton here. We have decided to split this episode into 2 parts because of the length of the episode straight up. So you can catch the rest of this episode next week where we talk about hurricanes and climate change. It was a really good discussion and something you don't want to miss. Remember to follow us on Twitter or X and YouTube. You can also email us or listen to our Banger of the Week picks. All of this can be found in the description of this and every podcast we upload. So until next time, don't be dumb